Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to an unboxing for King of Tokyo Monster Box. So what this was is they basically took the second edition base game. They took the power-up expansions and the first couple of small character expansions and they added a brand new Gigazaur character, and they just shoved it all into one box. So we're gonna look over, show you all what's in this box, what it all contains. We'll do a quick look at all the cards. But basically what this boils down to is if you own the second edition version of the game, which is going to have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 6 monsters here. These are all the same cards, basically all the same cards are in there. If you own the power-up expansions and the Halloween expansions, then you'll have these 3 characters, and these are also the second edition versions of those too. The one difference being that if you have the first edition, they have just different artwork for these characters. The first edition with this actually took out the Space Penguin and the Cyber Kitty and added 2 other different characters there. I have other videos that have shown the comparisons between first and second editions of stuff, so you can definitely go check them out if you want to know what the difference between those are. But this basically takes all the second edition. It added the brand new baby Gigazaur character, which has now also been released as a solo character as well. So if you already owned all that previous stuff, you don't have to buy this entire set just for that character. You can buy that as a separate character. And again, I have an unboxing for that as well. So then you might be like, then the big idea is going to be like, if I own all this stuff, what would be the point of me buying this? Honestly, very little. But this is a good thing to show off about this. So, what this does is it's going to have 10 monsters, 10 cardboard figures, 1 Tokyo board, 6 black dice, 2 green dice, 6 orange dice. So orange dice are from the Halloween set. 77 power cards, 96 evolution cards, 12 costume cards, energy cubes, 27 tokens, cardboard tray, and a cardboard dice tray, and a rule book. So we're going to get the power-up cards. So you're going to be able to use the evolution cards for all your characters included in this box. The Halloween pack, which is going to add a couple more costumes, plus the Halloween costume cards. We're going to get the extra bonus stuff. So this right here might be the stuff that you don't own if you don't own the expansion. If you only bought the base game, you might just be cheaper to go and buy each one of these things separately. But if you don't own any of it, this is a great way to pick up all this stuff all in one set. So it's going to come with Baby Gigazaur. It's evolution cards, so you can use it with the rest of the stuff. It's going to have 11 exclusive promo cards. So these were available way back in the day. They're reprinting them and putting them in this set. So if you already checked to own these, you might have owned these from a previous thing or a Kickstarter or however they came out initially. Otherwise, they're brand new ones. They're not in any of the other regular retail release boxes. And they're going to get a dice tray. So yeah, that's kind of how that is. And then the other thing we want to look at really quick in here is we have our rulebook. We just want to take a quick look at the components. So we have a big giant instruction booklet, which you may or may not like because of how big it is. It's just more or less pages than the other ones. But it does also nice because it adds all your power-up stuff in there, your Halloween stuff, right into the exact same booklet as well. We have our board, we have our various tokens. We have our cardboard dice tray, which is, just a little, these will fold up, and then the other pieces will lay in there. It doesn't matter which way they go, does it? Probably not, really. Then yeah, they'll just kind of lay in there, and then you have a little dice tray. So it's kind of nice if you want to keep your stuff. It unfolds really easily, which is nice. It's nothing super spectacular, but as much as you have a game that rolls dice, it's not a bad thing to have. This is the core thing I did want to look at, though, of the game. If as we're 5 minutes into this video, if you're sitting there like, I don't know what King of Tokyo is, It is a Yahtzee type battle game. I'll have a link in the description. You can go back, check out like one of the previous first videos where I actually go through and explain it all. I'm not going to re-explain it in this video in detail, but basically you're going to roll dice, and depending on what dice you get, you're going to either purchase cards to let you do extra abilities, or you're going to attack other monsters. And basically if you deplete all your opponent's monster's health, the last monster standing wins. And it works like Yahtzee because you roll the dice 3 times. So what I wanted to show off in this, because this might be one thing that some people might be like, oh hey, this is a big giant storage box. And it is and it isn't. Because yes, I have all this room in here for the base game components. The power-up expansion, the Halloween expansion, and the baby Gigazaur. So if you only own that stuff, which obviously you're buying this stuff, that's what you own. Has plenty of room in here for all your dashboards. So we get all the cool dashboards in here. And they'll fit in here nicely. They'll kind of sit right in there. Then we have a spot in here. If we move these cards out, a spot for all of our standees. They can kind of sit in there. We have a spot here that holds all our evolution cards, our power-up cards. Spot here is for all of our buying cards, which I did check. These are the exact same ones as the original set, or the, sorry, second edition. And there's a little bit extra gap in there, and that's because then you can hold the extra promo cards and the Halloween costume cards, which I didn't unwrap yet. I wanted to keep them separate, so when we look through them, we know they're a separate set. Then you have, of course, all your dice here, your regular dice. We have all our cubes, our energy cubes, you can then dump into one of these trays here. We have all our stands for all our things. I just noticed we don't have orange dice. We were supposed to have orange dice, which probably should have been in there. So that's kind of odd that we're missing those. I believe they work the same as the other dice, so that's not that big of a deal. Although when you buy a brand new set, you should kind of wonder why you're missing a set of dice. Unless there was an issue with that at some point. Yeah, it's supposed to have 6 orange dice as well. Very, very interesting that those are missing. And those probably would have went right in there. Would have been my guess. Or you dumped them in that hole. Make sure they're not hiding underneath. No, weird. Alright. So yeah, this does a great job of if you have all the stuff and you buy this and now you have all this stuff in one box together. The couple of downsides to it are, one, if you sleeve your cards, they're probably not going to all fit in here anymore. So that's one downside if you like to sleeve your cards. Because you do have all other spot here for all your tokens as well. And they just kind of drop in there. The other thing is, they do have some extra expansions that came out. So we get 4 brand new little mini expansions. We have Cybertooth, King Kong, Cthulhu, and Anubis. So if you bought those 4, they're all going to have more evolution cards. I don't know if you're going to be able to fit enough evolution cards in there. They might just barely fit once you get all 4 of them. They're extra pieces, they're extra parts. You might be able to fit them. So it might just barely fit all their extra pieces. Like he has an extra guy. He has an extra triangle guy. Some of them have extra, like King Kong has an extra little tower you have to build. So they might all eventually kind of fit in here or on sides. And you might be able to get all those in there. So if you only buy that and buy just these couple expansions, great. But if you start buying promo characters, which have more stands, more standees, which there's like 20 some of those you can probably get. If you have like the original base game and you want to add your extra cards that weren't in the second edition to the first edition stuff, that's more things that are going to be in here. So eventually, if you start buying all of the King of Tokyo stuff, and then if you also buy the King of New York stuff as well, which can be played, they can be mixed and matched back and forth with all the characters and stuff, you're never going to have enough room for all of that. I do kind of want to just show off that as an idea of that. So I have this big giant tub here, which this is currently all of the characters that I have, and I do not have all the promo characters. This is all first edition and second edition of all the characters. So I have like the old Pangar, and I have the second edition one as well. Bangakai, same thing with like Gigazaur and Oogie Boogie. I have both of those. So it's obvious I have more of that, but I have a bunch of promo characters in here. Crystal Dragon, Peacekeeper, Cosmic Joe. Some of these are from the Origin set, which just came out, which added 6 more characters. Again, those wouldn't fit in here. If you buy the Dark Edition, which I haven't, they're also not going to fit in there. So although it is neat, it's a big giant box. It'll hold all the stuff that's in the box, maybe 1 or 2 extra expansion things. But then it's not going to hold all the other stuff, because I have another container here that's just holding, here's all my dice for everything. Now, I don't obviously probably have to have all these dice for every single thing, because I have probably double dice for double Halloween stuff. But here are the other 2 special dice. Here's the towers that can get built. Some extra little tokens for that. This is the Wicked expansion, which adds little tokens in here for each character. So we have all those as well. Here are the King of New York dice. And then I have, like, separated in here, I have King of New York tiles, plus all the different tokens. Now, some of these are, again, first edition, second edition versions of each token. Again, I probably don't need to keep both of each, but it says Monster Box, and it's kind of cool. You think, hey, is this going to hold all of my content for everything? And it won't. It'll hold what's in this box, what comes in here, if you don't sleeve any of your cards, which you don't really have to per se, because this isn't a game where you're shuffling your deck a lot. You shuffle this probably once, maybe sort out these 5 or 6. What, each character has, 5 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cards, so it's not like you really have to sort these out too much. But if you do like to sleeve your stuff like I do, you're gonna notice I didn't show them there. I have them all in a separate box as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to point this out, because there's nothing in there that, I know when this first came out, I was excited. I'm like, oh, they made a storage box to hold everything. And then you actually see the size of the box and start seeing what's in there. And you're like, oh, no, it's not going to hold everything. It's going to hold that content. Maybe, again, maybe them 4 little expansions. Maybe the Origin set if you grab them. But I only think you're going to get 4 more characters on top of here before this is already starting to get over the top. Yeah, so we just kind of wanted to go through that. All right, so we are going to look at a little bit closer what's all in the box. Yeah, so that's the base game. That's the original base game. All right, so yeah, we did kind of look at that. So we have our board, Tokyo City, Tokyo Bay if you're playing a 5-6 player game. We have all of our different tokens that work towards our powered cards. So we have them. I do like some of the images on the other ones. We have some of these. There's a baby Gigazaur for the Wicked expansion. In case if you purchase the Wicked expansion, but you didn't buy, if you got this set, now you have baby Gigazaur that works with it, because it didn't include that one. Or if you purchase baby Gigazaur by itself, it would also come with one. If you purchase the Dark expansion, now you'd have a baby Gigazaur to work with that. Then we looked at the dice tray already. So then let's look at all of our monsters, just so we can kind of see who's all in here. So we have, from the original base game, we have Mecha Dragon. Let's see if I can grab his standee here quick, although they're all going to basically just look like the pictures on the card there. But there is his standee. So we have Mecha Dragon. We have Gigazaur. So even here they have 2016 listed on here. I don't know when this set came out, because sometimes they have a date on the back of these rule books. Does it have a date on here? Okay, yeah, this came out in 2016, so I'm a little bit behind getting this video done. That's alright. We have The King. So this is before they released the actual King Kong expansion. We have the Alienoid. And as a reminder, all these characters are they're all interchangeable. They don't do anything special in and of themselves. They are just there for, you can swap them around from set to set. We have Space Penguin, so this is the new guy that was introduced in 2nd edition, along with Cyber Kitty. Oops. So these two are brand new for 2nd edition. So if you only owned 1st edition, you'd be getting 2 brand new characters you didn't have before. Then we have the expansion. So first we have the power-up expansion with Panda Kai. So you get him. And then the Halloween expansion, which has Boogie Woogie, who they did change the designs on both of these couple of these characters around a little bit. And then Pumpkin Jack. So those are the main characters we're going to get. And then the brand new one that was for this set, which again has been released later on, is you have Baby Gigazaur. Gigazaur. I keep calling Gigazaur. So those are all of our main characters. And then let's take a look at our cards. And I'm not going to read through all of these. I'll hold them up long enough. You can pause it if you want to read them again, or you can check out one of my previous videos where I go through, but we'll just show what's all up here. So you have Opportunist, Battery Monster, Shrink Ray, so these are ones that are going to use tokens, Nova Breath, Parasitic Tentacles, Poison Spit, another token, Mimic, uses a Mimic token, Spiked Tail, Gourmet, We're Only Making It Stronger, Herbivore, Smoke Cloud, Alpha Monster, Poison Quills, Eater of the Dead, Friend of Children, Freeze Time, Herbivore, Healing Ray, Herd Color, Psychic Probe, the Acid Attack, Burrowing, Frenzy, Excavation Orders, Energize, Flamethrower, Heal, National Guard, Gas Refinery, Nuclear Power Plant, Death from Above, Jet Fighters, Skyscraper, Corner Store, Commuter Train, Tank, Apartment Building, Background Dweller, Rooting for the Underdog, Megamorph, Jets, Energy Drink, Giant Brain, Complete Destruction, Plot Twist, Camouflage, Energy Hoarder, Regeneration, Fire Breathing, Extra Head, which we actually get 2 copies of, Rapid Healing, Alien Origin, It Has a Child, Wings, Armor Plating, Stretchy, Even Bigger, Media Friendly, Made in a Lab, Dextravor, Solar Powered, High Altitude Bombing, Fast Storm, and a second copy of Evacuation Orders. So again, these are all the exact same cards in 2nd edition. If you had 1st edition, which I did a video for, comparison between the two, there were a couple of different cards. I want to say 5 or 6, I think. Maybe less than, maybe 10 at the most. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. But there were a couple of new cards that changed over from one to the other. Most of the cards got brand new artwork. So again, you might want to own, if you own both or you have more, you just have more options for cards. So that's an option as well. Alright, then we're going to do a quick look at the Halloween costume cards, which have an orange back instead of the green. So this is just an extra feature you could add in for these if you wanted to give your characters costumes instead. They can only have one costume at a time, but just gives them an extra different ability. So you have astronaut, cheerleader, clown, devil, ghost, pirate, princess, robot, cardboard robot, Statue of Liberty, the vampire, the witch, and the zombie. So these are really cool as well. You get a bunch of those. Then we want to look at are the 11 promo cards. So I'm going to read through these because these are kind of brand new. Might not have seen these before. So we have Amusement Park, which costs 6 and says discard, get +4 victory points. The Army costs 2 discard, get 1 victory point, -1 health for each keep card you have. Intimidating Roar. 3 cost, keep. This monster in Tokyo must yield if you wound them. There's all the actual symbol on there. 4 cost monster sidekick. If another monster causes you to reach death, gain 10 health, lose all your victory points. If either you or your killer win, you both win. If your killer is eliminated, you are also. If you're eliminated a second time, this card has no effect. That's kind of neat. Reflective Hide, 6 cost. Keep. Any monster who wounds you loses 1 health as well. Sleepwalker, 3 cost. Keep. Spend 3 energy to gain 1 victory point. Super Jump, 4 cost. Keep. Once each player's turn, you may spend 1 energy to negate the loss of 1 heart. Throw a Tanker, 4 cost. Keep. Gain 2 victory points if you wound a monster and make it lose at least 3 health. Thunder Stomp, 3 cost. Keep. If you score 4 victory points or more on your turn, all players roll 1 less die until your next turn. Unstable DNA, 3 cost. Keep. If you yield Tokyo, you may exchange this card with a keep card of a choice from a monster who wounded you. And then Cannibalistic, 5 cost. Keep. When you wound a monster, gain 1 health. So these are all in there. So these are kind of be also like technically like second printings of the promo. A lot of them I don't have the original ones, so I can't say exactly for sure, but I'm guessing a lot of them have new art because they feature some of the base set monsters, some of the stuff from second edition, expansion pack monsters, kind of like Anubis, Gigazaur, which is brand new. So I believe they're all the same exact effects as the original promo, but they reprint them with different artwork to set them aside. So if you are a full collector and you have to have everything, unfortunately you're going to have to probably buy this box just to get those. Alright, then the last thing we need to look at is the evolution cards. Which is an alternative gameplay mode, so you can add them in there if you'd like to gain some additional abilities in here. So again, we're just going to kind of fly through these. I've done unboxings for I've done these before, so all the regular ones will be in one of the power-up videos, and the other ones will be in second edition, or they'll be in, that. So the only ones that might not be in a set will be the 2 new characters, which would be Cyber Bunny and Space Penguin. Might not have been in a previous one before, but we'll just go ahead and kind of go through them. So you have Mothership support for the Alienoid, Superior Alien Technology, Alien Scourge, Precision Field Support, Anger Batteries, Adapting Technology, Funny Looking But Dangerous, and Exotic Arms. For the King, we have Monkey Rush, Simian Stamper, Jungle Frenzy, Giant Banana, Chest Thumping, Alpha Male, I Am the King, and 'Twas Beauty That Killed the Beast. For Panda Kai, we have Pandemonium, Eat, Shoots, and Leaves, Bamboozle, Bare Necessities, Panda Express, Bamboo Supply, Pangarism, Survival of the Cutest, Yin and Yang, or Gigazaur. We have a Detachable Tail, Radioactive Waste, Primal Bellow, Soaring Adaptability, Defender of Tokyo, Heat Vision, Gamma Breath, and Tail Sweep. For Cyber Bunny, we have Stroke of Genius, Emergency Battery, Rabbit's Foot, Heart of the Rabbit, Secret Laboratory, King of the Gizmo, Energy Sword, Electric Carrot. For Kraken, we have Healing Ray, Destructive Wave, Cult Worshippers, High Tide, Terror of the Deep, Eater of the Souls, Sunken Temple, and Mandibles of Dread. Do we even have Kraken in here? We don't. So they added Kraken in here, who was from the original expansion. So that's kind of funny. They just threw him in there. So am I missing one of the other characters? We have Space Penguin, Ice Reflection, Black Diamond, Blizzard, Encased in Ice, Cold Wave, Deep Dive, Miraculous Catch, Freeze Ray. For Mecha Dragon, we have Mecha Blast, Destructive Analysis, Program to Destroy, Tune Up, Breath of Doom, Lightning Armor, Claws of Steel, and Target Acquired. Oh yeah, because there I showed earlier, we had, right before that, we had Cyber Bunny. So Cyber Bunny was also one of the original core set characters, so they just threw in all the cards from both sets. Because only in this set, we have Cyber Kitty. So we have 2 character power-up cards of characters we don't even have in this set. But you can mix and match them with anything else if you really choose to. We have Meow Missile, Mouse Hunter, Feline Motor, Play With Your Food, Catnip, Electro Scratch, Mega Purr, 9 Lives. For Boogie Woogie, we have Boo, Worst Nightmare, I Live Under Your Bed, Boogie Dance, Well of Shadows, Worm Invaders, Nightlife, Dusk Ritual. For Pumpkin Jack, we have Detachable Head, Ignis Fatuus, Smashing Pumpkin, Trick or Threat, Bobbing for Apples, Feast of Crows, Scythe, Candy. And then Baby Gigazaur, we have My Toy, which this smell looks brand new to this box set. I also did the small unboxing of it, so you can definitely check that out if you want to see more of these. My Toy, Growing Fast, Nurture the Young, Tiny Tail, Too Cute to Smash, So Small, Underrated, and Yummy Yummy. Alright. So that is what we are going to have for this set. So let's look back at this. So this is the King of Tokyo Monster Box. So again, is this worth picking up? If you don't have the game at all and you're interested in picking it up, you want a quick little fun dice chucking King of the Hill type battle game, this is a great way to start the setup. You're getting all your stuff. If you want a little bit cheaper option, you could pick up the Origin set, which has all brand new cards, brand new characters. It's a little bit smaller than this. It's like the equivalent. It's basically like the new base game. But if you'd like to get a bunch of the other cards, you can definitely pick this up. The 4 expansion characters I showed on the little leaflet earlier, which I don't know where my leaflet went. Wherever that went. They had Anubis and the Cyber Cat. Those cards also come with the power-up cards. The King of Tokyo stuff, or King of New York, if you pick that up, you can also pick up a power-up box for that. So you can then use them as well and mix and match them. Unfortunately, I don't believe the Origin characters or absolutely none of the promo characters have official power-up cards. You can, again, always use any of the other character cards if you want. They do have, like, the creature types on them, but they get, like, alien or mech or mutant. Again, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. You could really use whatever you wanted with them. And there are some people that are printing some off. They make customize their own. If I can ever find you a full list of someone that made all of them, I'll definitely do a video on that. But, yeah, so just playing the regular game without the power-up rules, everything is mix and match. If you use a power-up, you're not going to have every single character is not going to have their own. But yeah, the base thing that comes in this box. If you don't own it, it's going to have a lot of characters, 10 brand new characters, some extra, bunch of extra cards, all that cool stuff. But it's not going to work as a full storage set for everything. Again, might fit a couple expansions in there. You can always throw some of your extra cards on top of your standees as well, your big player boards. So you might be able to maybe cram in the Origin box if you really tried. But I don't know where you put all the extra power-up cards, the extra, not power-up cards, the ability cards and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely a cool box to get if you don't own it, but it's not a storage box. This is the big takeaway of this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the links if you haven't, if you want to see more, hear me talk about the other cards, or check out the other expansions to see if those are something you're interested in, including all the promo characters. See you guys later. Bye.